Greetings, Ranger Geeks and Morphing Freaks. Welcome to the Morph-A-Mania podcast. It's time to recap and review another 3 episodes of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 1. With us, the most obscure metal bands Angel Grove has ever seen. Anoint his phallus with the blood of the fallen, it's humanoid.
What the fuck? Anoint his phallus?
He will lick you of the feet till the head, making you feel torrential orgasms. It's the DOIF. And it's me, Mighty Morphing Jens Kidman.
Is that a Billy Kidman reference?
No, Jens Kidman is the lead singer of Meshuggah. Bill Burr did a really good stand-up bit on Meshuggah, and specifically their song Bleed.
I went with Dave, my drum teacher. I went to Meshuggah. The combination of the singer, that rah, 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 singing like that. I'm already an angry enough guy. I got this song Bleed, but underneath his feet are going like the whole fucking song, basically. It's like you're going insane. Hey, you want to go to the mall, maybe? You know, I heard they opened a new fucking Starbucks, blah, blah, blah. And underneath these demons going...
I literally just went and I looked up what are the most stupidest metal lyrics ever. That was an intro.
So these 3 episodes we're looking at, I gotta say, I think we've been looking forward to these for, what, since Green Candle?
Since the beginning? Yeah, since Green Candle, yeah.
I mean, I honestly didn't know what entirely to expect.
You were expecting Titanus, weren't you?
Well, he is a friend, even though he's been there the whole time.
The whole time,
Except for that one time he was blown up and turned into a toy.
Yeah.
That was the only moment where I'm, like, not annoyed with him. Anyways, we're starting with Season 1, Episode 48, Plague of the Mantis. The air date was February 17th, 1994, and was written by Mark Hoffmeyer and directed by, once again, Terrence H. Winkless, who's on a roll.
Hey, my boy.
Yeah, he's on like a 3-episode roll here, and you know...
You just don't like him because of Cleanup Club? Is that what's it?
No, okay, look, if we're going to be completely honest, the joke was funny the first time I realized his name was Winkless, but now it's just like, I'm just sick of seeing his name. He does a fine job directing, but like, dude, it's like Shyamalan directing every Shyamalan movie. This episode opens up it starts off on the intro, and this is one of the first intros that I noticed that doesn't credit David Fielding for Zordon anymore.
This was stupid. It's like, it's why?
Is this the first one, or has it been done before?
This has to be the first one, because I've noticed it in other episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does seem like, I do want to say, like, I even, like, at that time, I noticed it too. Like, it's like that moment in your brain when it's like you're used to something for so long, and then just something just changes ever so slightly, and you're like, hey, what the fuck?
This episode actually opens up on the at the Angel Grove Community Center, and Trini actually doing some kung fu with her master, Master Lee.
It looks really familiar for some reason.
Like this.
And I don't know why. Can you tell us why, Adam?
Well, let me see. I've got a Zordon secret file right here about Master Lee's actor, so let's just crack that open. Master Lee is played by Richard RABAGO, an actor and stuntman who was born August 14th, 1943 in Oahu, Hawaii in the U.S. So he's done a lot of stuff, a lot of martial arts films specifically. His first ever role was in a film called Sword of Heaven, where he played a martial arts fighting extra.
Of course. Okay.
Imagine there's a Sword of Heaven.
He's done a lot of like martial arts movies, like some with Jean-Claude, some with Jackie. You know, some stuff.
Which one was Jean-Claude?
Forgive me, that's Eric Lee in The Master Demon.
Oh, Eric Lee. Okay, all right. Don't know who that is, but okay.
Yeah, but he's probably best known for being in the Blood Fist direct-to-DVD movies. For you wrestling fans out here, he went uncredited as a fighter in the 1993 film Firepower, which famously is Ultimate Warrior's only movie appearance.
Oh my god.
Jesus, okay, all right.
By the way, shoutouts to OSW. They did a really good review of Firepower. Go watch it.
Yes, they did. OSW review our gods.
This is his only appearance in Mighty Morphin ever in any Power Ranger for that matter.
So
However,
he met the same fate as Willie.
you see, you say that, but he actually did not, because he later went on to play Tao Chong in everyone's favorite We Are VR Troopers.
As Ryan Steele's mentor.
Tao Chong, where he played Tao Chong in 45 of the 52 episodes of season 1.
Anything in season 2 or no?
Nope, he's only in season 1.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I should be happy or sad that I haven't seen VR Troopers. Instead, I watched Big Bad Beetleborgs.
Oh, that's even worse. VR Troopers is at least watchable.
It could be worse. You could have watched Metallics.
I saw
did.
that. I saw that. Oh no. Oh no.
I only watched like the first 5 or 10 episodes, but it's 5-10 episodes I cannot fucking take back.
Oh, here's another fun part. Acting role for Richard Rabago. He was in a 1997 directed DVD movie called Pocket Ninjas.
We tried to fight them, but they were too strong. Yeah! They were huge! Big muscles!
Silence!
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Pocket Ninjas, the main villain was Robert Zadar, who you might know as Maniac Cop.
Oh, okay, all right.
And also one of the main villains in Samurai Cop.
Why do I get the feeling that isn't the first time we brought up Samurai Cop in this podcast?
This is the first time.
And it won't
This
be the
actually
last.
is the first. It won't be the last. Unfortunately, I do have to inform you that Richard Rabago passed on May 18th, 2012.
Oh,
He was 68. So rest in power, Richard
Rest in
Rabago.
power.
and rest in VR as well.
So anyway, they're doing a little kung fu sequence, and it's very important to note that Trini is kind of mediocre at this point. Her movements are not as refined as they should be. They stopped doing their Mantis style kung fu and talk about, the morals of the episode, fighting fair, making sure that you have honor when you fight, if you have to fight, morals. Who needs morals when it's me and I'm fighting someone? I just repeatedly punch them in the dick until they whine and die.
He may know no English, but Shinsuke Nakamura is the cock puncher.
Why does it man keep punching me in the dick?
Well, actually, I was going to say who needs morals when Oral does all the morals for me.
Shoutouts to Moral Oral. Great show.
Yeah.
When it doesn't make you fucking depressed but laughing at the same time.
It's hilarious how that show's mood can turn on a dime sometimes.
Is this the first time she's doing the Mantis style?
As far as I can tell, yes. But I mean, it's really hard to see. I'm no kung fu expert, but with Trini's usual fighting, it's usually a very nondescript style.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it crane because it's not really there's no height to it. There's no real massive amounts of acrobatics to it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, since she is going to fight a Mantis later on, I'm pretty sure it's a Mantis style kung fu, which makes sense because once and always, Trini's daughter does a Mantis style.
If I can't morph, then I'll take you down the old-fashioned way.
Praying mantis style, just like Trini.
They are doing Mantis style, and in order to for Trini to understand Mantis style, the Master Lee pulls out Seth Rogen from Kung Fu Panda, aka Mantis. Anyway, cut to Bulk and Skull at the juice bar, watching Trini do this.
In the world's smallest chair.
Bulk is being censored by the world's smallest chair back, which, fair enough. Bulk then gets an idea. He gets a wonderful, awful idea.
If we find a bug to imitate, we can charge people a major moolah to teach them how to do it.
Well, he wants to rob people.
He wants to con him because he saw the bug food that was going on.
So he's going to get his own kung fu with blackjack and hookers. He's going to get his own kung fu with his own bug mascot. Pay people $50 an hour to fucking learn it.
Oh, yeah. It's like $50. God damn, Bulk. Even in 1994 money, that's a lot.
That's absolutely fucking ridiculous. Skull gets up and starts doing some kung fu poses and then throws a smoothie all over Bulk here. And I just put in my notes, Bulk looks like Krang here when he's got smoothie all over him.
He does. He really does.
Like, just take him to the fucking Technodrome.
Rangers, you're gonna... You do it better, Malcolm.
This is ours, Rangers.
Wow, okay.
That's a good Krang, yeah.
That was literally the first time I attempted that too. No joke. Fuck's sakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta work on that. That's pretty good.
Have you ever thought of going into voice acting?
Well, I can do that. I can do Zordberg pretty well.
And let's not forget your best voice, Consuela.
No, Mr. Superman no here. No, you no say lemon pledge. I say lemon pledge, bitch.
No.
Just please, no, you do too bad. No.
Have you met my son, Diabetes?
Diabito, he roll away.
Why is it that your in Consuela sounds more like Nikki Cross than your actual Nikki Cross impersonation?
Nice try, but no cigar.
Anyway, for fuck's sake, we cut to Pandora Castle where Trini is literally in Rita's crosshairs.
Yeah.
Also,
Like,
quick
damn.
sidebar: $50.94 was $105.96.
Damn.
$106 an hour.
Yeah, Bulk. Jesus Christ.
Jeez, you money grubbing whore.
Fuck.
Very clear that Rita wants to kill Trini. She wants to snipe her here. Then we realize Rita's plan for the day. Oh, she's learning Mantis style, eh? So we're gonna make a Mantis monster and have it so that she totally decimates Trini. That's the plan.
I also think maybe that Rita maybe took it a little bit personally because Barbara Goodson actually does play the monster in this episode.
Yeah, I was
Someone
gonna bring
besides
that up
Rita.
later when she showed up, you fuck. No, I'm kidding. So also during this little scene where they're talking about the Mantis monster, Babu says,
This could be tasty.
like, God damn it, Bob. Like, every time. You just got the best lines. I think I like Babu a bit too much.
Yeah. Kind of sad that he doesn't show up much in season 2. He's there, but he doesn't show up much.
At that point, I think he gets the Titanus treatment. He's just a friend.
Because him and Squad hide behind a wall and just peep on Lord Zed the entire season for some reason.
We'll get to Lord Zed eventually, but I don't even want to say anything about him until we get to that fact.
We cut back to the Angel Grove Community Center, where all the goody goods have assembled finally. They're talking to Trini about, the situation with the Kung Fu. She pulls out Seth Rogen from Kung Fu Panda. And, of course, Zach hates it because it's a bug, and we're actually using the canonical fear of bugs that Zach has.
How can you stand me near this thing, huh?
Who would have thought Power Rangers brings back something that a character had?
Yeah, it's like, what's next? You're going to bring back Billy's fear of fish?
I hope that comes back, honestly, just so we can see the clip of the fish on his finger again.
So they talk about, why did you choose to do this style of Kung Fu? And it's just more yawn, boring moral talk until Bulk and Skull show up in their Kung Fu outfits.
Excuse me, it's Bug Fu outfits.
Yeah, sorry, in their Bug Fu outfits, which is just a brown, like a blackish brown colored gi with like a bug symbol on them, and also helmets with antenna. What have Bulk and Skull been cooking up? Oh, they've just mastered a new type of Bug Fu, cockroach Kung Fu.
Cockroach! Kung Fu!
And also at the same time, Bulk pulls his cocks out.
And shows it to Kim.
Skull has the cocks as well and drops them in front of Kimberly. He's like, hey, you want to learn cock fu?
Want to date a cockroach fu master, babe?
I'm like, damn, Skull, go to the Skull corner, you pervy bastard. Their whole thing with this is they're just trying to imitate how a cockroach acts. They just thrust their fucking antenna at people with just fists. There's more funny antics later that I would like to bring up. Then we cut to Trini in the park practicing her kung fu, and then we immediately after that happens, we cut to the command center where Alpha has detected a signature of dark energy coming from near the park.
Come in, Zordon.
You're in the fucking park. Go to the fucking dark energy, you fucking fucko.
I'll check it out.
And Alpha's like, hey, I don't think you should be talking like that, Zordon. Then Zordon says, do what I fucking stutter. Don't make me pull your plug out. Rarer than a hen's tooth, it's a solo morph.
I've got a morph. Saber-tooth tiger!
I love solo morphs.
You never see him enough.
Pretty solo morphs here. Andreas, you had something you wanted to say, right?
Yeah, so she morphs into the Yellow Ranger and She's doing flips and shit in the forest.
She's like a dolphin.
And then she finally stops flipping, and in the middle of the forest, she's just doing.
Who you talking to?
She's just showing off. All of a sudden, the fucking mantis comes out of a tree.
Yellow Ranger.
Because I'm just imagining this mantis is behind a tree looking at this bullshit. It's like, do we really need this? Can we just fight?
It's just like that scene from Raiders of the Lost Ark again, where the guy's doing the sword work and then he fucking gets shot. So we get a small little mini fight with Trini and the Mantis monster here, who, as Malcolm said earlier, is voiced by Barbara Goodson.
Is this the first time she's voicing another character besides Rita?
I think so.
Yeah. I think it's because when you do a voice like that for like so long and so good, which honestly, quite frankly, because the past few episodes her lines have not been that good, maybe that's why she's been moving on to doing maybe another monster.
There's a bit of a fight here. The other Rangers show up.
When the Rangers show up, you know, like how they're doing flips into whatever they have to do. You can easily see the cut where the Yellow Ranger is supposed to be in there.
They just cut out the Yellow Ranger. They all show up and then the Mantis runs away like, you have no honor here. You're a little bitch. She just multiple teleports like Great Tiger from Punch Out Wii. Fucking deep cut there. She runs away and the Rangers are all like, well, there goes that. And then we cut to Pandora Castle with a very weird shot where we actually see out into the outer set of Rita's castle, which just looks like a bunch of black construction paper and a smoke machine.
Because he actually edited into outer space in these shots, but this time it's just a matte painting.
It doesn't even look like a matte painting.
Paping?
Paping.
Actually, yeah, it's not even painting, it's paping, which is the cheap quality version of painting.
It's the Temu version of a painting, a paping.
It's Wish.com painting.
The people at Pandora Castle are excited because, we've shamed Trini. Now she'll want to fight the Mantis alone, and then we'll kill her. Jump back to the command center where everyone talks to Zordon about this Mantis monster, and they exposition for a little bit. Honestly, I kind of zoned out for this bit. And the only thing I really came back for was after Trini's like, don't worry, I'll make sure to get this Mantis monster myself. And then Jason says out of nowhere, yeah, and then we'll nail her. Damn, Jason wants to fuck a Mantis? Okay, you know they kill you, right?
I know. I was going to say don't king shame, but obviously Jason's suicidal then.
I mean, do you know, have you heard how I do his voice?
What has my life become where some nerd on the internet makes me sound like a drunk fucking Jersey Tommy Wiseau?
What has my life come to? I'm fed up with this world. We cut back to the Angel Grove Community Center where Bulk and Skull are ruminating over their cocks.
Oh, damn.
In public. They're trying to figure out how they can, get better at cock foo. Bulk's just like, just look at the cockroaches and do what they do. Skull looks at them for a second, walks away, and then Bulk just looks at the jar of cockroaches and then just starts doing... And then we cut to Skull, who's dead on the stairwell. He's just playing dead, and then Bulk says,
Not the dead ones, dummy.
Trini does get a note here after, here's our plan to lure Trini out alone. A note just magically appears that's supposedly from her master saying, hey, we're going to train in the quarry. Let's fucking go. And then she goes to the quarry. Then her and the Mantis talk a little bit. And the Mantis is like, you have no honor. And now you've come to fight me alone. I hope you can restore your honor. And then they talk about honor. And it's like, dude, it's like drinking game for this episode. Take a drink every time they say the word honor or fair.
Honorable.
Honor, fair, fairness. Honor of playing fair.
Fair honor.
Honorable.
Honor.
Honor. Fair play.
Honor. Honor. Your honor. Honor. Fair.
The honorable fair.
Only do this game for this specific episode, because if you do it for any other show, you know which one I'm talking about. I'm looking at you, Avatar. You're going to die of alcohol poisoning.
It's just like the Stephen King drinking game. Only do it in small batches with no balloons. Seriously, just replace the words honor and fair with light and darkness, and you have a Kingdom Hearts cutscene. Trini just arrived at the quarry, and they're talking about honor and, whatever. They eventually decide to do a 1v1, as one often does. And, there's a couple of fun things here. And at the same time, the goody goods all go back to the community center and they're asking Ernie where Trini is. Ernie shows them the note and they read the note and, the master, go to the quarry. Don't be a bitch. They all head to the quarry, and there are putties there waiting for them. Cue massive fighting sequence with the combat song.
Oh no, putties!
It's not as good as the fight song, but, you know, combat is pretty good. Couple of fun spots in this fight, specifically Zach rewinding back up and hitting a putty with a Hurricane Rana, which was really cool. It was a good lucha thing.
Make a good lucha thing.
God damn it. Whoa.
Damn it. And there's a long fight here that intersperses between Trini fighting the Mantis and the other goody goods fighting the putties. One thing I noticed is there's a lot of powder after effects on the putties when they're kicked or punched. Like, I get they're made out of clay, but, like, are the putties also coke fiends?
I think this is because the parents were complaining too much that, oh, the fight scenes are too violent. You got to stop punching him in the head. So instead of punching him in the head, they kick him in the middle and everywhere else. So now there's powder everywhere.
The crux of the Trini fight, there's a fun thing where Trini stands on top of the Mantis's claws, does a little, like, standing kung fu thing and, you know, kicks them. You know, the villain is eventually the villain and summons putties and says, oh, I didn't have any honor. I don't have honor. I'm one of Rita's monsters. So Trini gets beaten up by a bunch of putties. And, you know, they finish up the fight. Goody Goods versus Putty Central. They all morph and they go to help Trini. The Mantis is kicking their ass.
And taking names.
Keeping all 5 of them down for a prolonged period of time. And, you know, everything's going great. How would they fuck this up?
It's not possible. Life, finds a way.
Magic wand, make my monster grow. You were winning.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
And here's the one thing that was like kind of bugging me. They call upon their Zords, right? Jason always says, we need dinosaur power now. For some reason in this episode, he goes like, we need dinosaur power right now. For some reason that bugged me. I don't know why. It's just a thing.
It's not going to make the Zords go any fucking faster, Jason.
He just wanted to quote his favorite Fatboy Slim song.
Right here, right now.
Or maybe he's just a big Super Troopers fan, and maybe he said right meow this whole time.
Hey, you stop laughing right now.
Okay, so Jason comes up with the best line ever.
Under the water till the bubbles stop.
God, that would be so fucked up if Jason actually said that.
Oh God, no! Hey, bro, no, I'm gonna hold it to under the water till the bubbles stop.
Damn, that show got dark real quick.
Yeah, no. Jason says, let's munch this Mantis.
Let's munch this Mantis.
Mantis.
Manchness. Let's munch this Mantis. That was a lot better than the first take. Thank you. They call me two-take Shroob. Anyway, the Zord fight, it starts off with a really fun moment where, you know, they do a standoff and we get the fucking good, the bad, and the ugly theme. The woo. That was cool. But besides that, the Zord fight is honestly mid. It's like fine. It's just they're all the same. It feels like, you know, a couple punches from the Zord, a couple punches from the bad guy, a power sword comes out, slash, the end.
Well, that's the entire formula for these Megazord fights.
At least the early ones, because they were even it even got to the point where they were reusing Megazord fight footage.
Yeah, like the shot of the fucking Zord going through the building, which they've used like 4 times.
I'm just imagining, though, it's always the same building. They just keep fucking rebuilding it over and over again.
And then, like, the 4th time, they just finished rebuilding it, and then the Zord crashes through, and the construction foreman is like, why?
How many times do we have to fucking reconstruct this shit?
If you guys remember what Jason Narvi said in the panel that one time.
So, sure, he shows up in a limo, and he's got a suit, and he's, you know, super rich, and they mention how wealthy he is, but they don't talk about how. And, of course, as real actors, perhaps the only 2 on the show, we often build that backstory for ourselves, just so we have like a bedrock basis for our characterizations and our work in the show. So, what'd you decide?
I decided that Skull was the only person at the insurance agency for the building firm who thought every building was going to fall down because he had PTSD. So they're like, what do you think about building this? It's going to fall down! Like, it's never going to fall down. It would, when a monster would fall on it, and Skull got rich.
So basically, Skull is in the construction industry in Angel Grove. Because we all know this city has had a lot of damage every day at 3:30.
Very well played, Skull. You went away from murder and just took people's money.
Or he became rich because of that one episode of Zeo, but we'll get to that when we get to that.
Anyway, the monster dies. The end. We cut back to Command Center and they're talking about how Trini did really good and, showed honor in a dishonorable situation. And Zach's just like,
We show Rita we're not afraid of her big bug.
they all laugh, and Alpha's laugh is really weird in this scene. Also, we get a shot at Bandora Castle of Rita abusing her colleagues.
Again.
Yeah, again. And my favorite part of this scene is she calls Squat Meathead. She calls Babu Bonehead. And then she goes to hit Goldar, and she really wants to call him Dickhead, but she stops herself.
Yeah.
We fade back into Angel Grove Community Center. We get Trini doing some more kung fu, and she's a lot better at it now with Master Lee. They, do a little thing, and Master Lee's like, I'm very impressed with you, Trini. Now let me go fight the swordsman, which was the name of the Ultimate Warrior's character in Firepower. Sorry.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
All right.
See, once again, I'm glad I didn't see that fucking thing.
Yeah, I would want to watch it with you, though.
Until the bubbles stop.
God damn it. Bulk and Skull are trying to, sell their cockroach kung fu, their cock fu, excuse me. Again, Bulk advertises it as
Cockroach Kung Fu, $50 an hour.
$106 an hour in today's money. You can fuck off. And of course, because he's charging $50 an hour, and Skull is also trying to charge $20 for you to take a cockroach home.
Take home a sparring partner, $20.
Sorry, to take a cock home. $20 for a cockroach. Like, what the fuck, dude? Anyway, Bulk's like, you know what we need? Publicity. So he starts, gathering everyone around so that they can show them how good cockroach kung fu is. So they do a pose, and then they do a little bit of moving around. Skull slaps Bulk a few times, and then Bulk gives Skull an arm drag takedown. And it's like, that's decently impressive. It's like,
so I guess Kung Fu is just judo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, that's okay. And then they go for their top secret move, Roach Rendezvous, which starts off with them both yelling into each other's face. Cockroach power! And then slamming themselves in the head.
So it's just as effective as fucking Steven Seagal's Aikido.
That's just the beginning of it, though, because Skull runs all the way to the edge of the room where they have their banner set up. Bulk runs to the edge of the crowd, and then I don't know what Bulk is going for. He's going for the flying nothing, probably. Bulk and Skull bash into each other and then bash into the banner. They fall, and then, oh god, the cocks are released. And we end with everyone laughing at Bulk and Skull because they're idiots.
Yeah, as usual.
As is usual.
The status quo must maintain.
With the bullies being bullied and, being sad about each other. Skull once again tries to think about killing, but, Bulk just tries to help him resist the urge. And it's like, don't worry, man. In 20 years, you're going to build an insurance firm and you're going to take everyone's money. And then you're going to be the criminal that you always wanted. Dun, 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 dun. So that was an episode. We have now reached the bulk and the meat and the absolute delicious frosting
and
of
the skull.
The episode and the skull of the episode.
What the fuck?
It is now time, ladies and gentlemen, for season 1, episode 49 and 50, Return of an Old Friend.
Part 1.
So the air date was February 28th, 1994, and then there was a bit of a time jump for this one because the second, part 2, aired March 1st, 94. It was written by Shel Danielson and directed by Worth Keeter.
That's a new name, Worth Keeter.
Wait, is this the first time we see Worth Keeter's name in the credits?
This is the first time I've seen his name.
And it looks like, he definitely has a history with the fucking show in the future.
Let me open up his secret file real quick and let you know what he's directed, specifically from Power Rangers. He's directed 9 episodes of Mighty Morphin, most of which are in, well, they're actually all in season 1 or season 3. He directs a bunch of these last episodes of season 1, and then he doesn't come back until the very beginning of season 3, where he does the Friend in Need 3-parter. He's also directed 27 episodes of VR Troopers, 16 episodes of Saban's Masked Rider.
The one show that's worse than Big Bad Beetleborgs.
Including my favorite name of an episode in that series, season 1, episode 31, $1 Million Furbus.
The only time $1 Million and Furbus will ever be in the same fucking sentence.
He also directed 10 episodes of Beetleborgs.
Just like stewing over my fucking history of the fact that I've seen the entirety of the first season of Big Bad Beetleborgs.
That's a shame, sorry.
The first season wasn't bad. It's Metallics where it gets just shit.
First of all, yes, for the majority of that show, you have to fucking stare at the phantom fucking rubber ghost of Jay Leno that is Flabber.
Oh, won't somebody please think of the children?
He was the only good thing about that because he was so stupid.
Flabber. Anyway, Worth Keeter also directed 18 episodes of Power Rangers in Space.
Oh, that's where he's from. Okay, all right.
He did done 18 episodes of that, 6 episodes of Lost Galaxy, 2 episodes of Lightspeed Rescue, specifically episode 22 of Lightspeed Rescue called The Chosen Path, and episode 31 called The Last Ranger.
I love Lightspeed, so I can't wait to get to that.
He also directed 10 episodes of Time Force, 4 episodes of Power Rangers Wild Force, also directed Power Rangers Time Force Dawn of Destiny, and Time Force The End of Time. The last thing he directed that is related to Power Rangers was the Power Rangers Samurai Monster Bash Halloween special.
Oh, fuck him. Fuck him. That's why I even recognize that name. Fuck him. Fuck him. That fucking episode.
You know who else directs that beautiful thing? Robert Hughes.
Also, him too. Have that bullshit episode.
I don't know if this means anything, but that was the last thing he's ever directed. It was that Monster Bash special.
I pray we get to the Disney fucking era soon, man. I don't know how much more of this bullshit I can take.
Oh,
we got
boy.
a couple more seasons, man. We got a couple more seasons.
Hey, at least he starts off with an absolute banger. We can enjoy the high now, and then we'll get to the nadir later.
We open up with, I completely forgot the contents of this episode until this point, and then we open up with Parents' Day. I fucking lost my shit at this because the only thing I remembered about this episode, if I did see it in the past, was the fact that the parents here are pretty much just like grown-up versions of the Rangers. We get the jacked dad of Jason, the brainy dad of Billy. The parents, honestly, they don't really stick out too much other than they have the same mentality of Trini.
The common stoic parents of Trini.
And then with Zach's parents, we get his mom, and who I dub the Terminurkle.
The Terminurkle.
Because when Skull, who's pointing a camera at him, just immediately turns at the camera and stares at him like he's a fucking T-800.
And also, Zach's dad, he looks so much like Tommy Davidson. For those who know, you know.
I have a couple notes about some of the parents, by the way.
Not all of them are color-coded, specifically with Kimberly's parents, which I thought was a nice thing to bring up. At first, we see what looks like both of their parents, but really it's only one of them wearing pink. And I'll bring up why in a sec.
The parents, at least there's only 3 that actually have semi-credited parts because they actually have their names on IMDb. We'll start with Mr. Kwan, who is portrayed by Mike CHIBBATA.
I love his bread.
Yeah, CHIBBATA bread. You fucking asshole.
God damn it, Malcolm.
Mike CHIBBATA only has 2 roles in his entire history. In 1993, he was a part of a TV movie called About Love, and then his only other role is this, as Trini's dad. In the 2-parter, and one episode later at the end of the season called Football Season.
Okay, so he does come back as a parent, yeah.
He does, yep. We've got Mrs. Hart, Kimberly's mom. Kimberly's mom is played by Carol Potter, who might be a familiar name to people who like sitcoms. She's a part of a lot of TV shows. Most recently, she was on the Undertow Narcosis podcast. That's interesting. She was in Medium. In 2009, she was in Greek. She is probably most well known, though, for being in two specific sitcoms. For one, she was in Sunset Beach, where she played the character Joan Cummings for 209 episodes.
Holy shit.
The more probably familiar role is she was, for 147 episodes, she played Cindy Walsh in Beverly Hills 90210.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's one of those like 90s shows that I did not watch growing up. Like I was a Fresh Prince kid.
I was not into Beverly Hills 90210 at all.
And I will openly admit a little bit of Dawson's Creek.
Dawson's Creek, I enjoyed. I did not know what the hell they were talking about, but I enjoyed it.
She's well known for a movie as well. Have either of you seen the movie Tiger Heart?
No.
Okay, we can cut.
Not the top of my head, no.
She plays a character named Cynthia in Tiger Heart. Now to say Malcolm's little surprise, the reason that Kimberly's mom's partner is not wearing pink is because it's not her dad. It's her new squeeze, her boyfriend.
I fucking love this. Upon my rewatch, I saw this and put in my notes. They still color code Kimberly's dad with a fucking handkerchief. Pocket hanky. That's it.
Her boyfriend also is played by returning actor Douglas Sloan.
Yeah, where was he from?
Douglas Sloan was previously seen as Kimberly's Uncle Steve in Foul Play in the Sky, Season 1, Episode 14.
Uncle Steve.
Which led me to believe that he is fucking Kimberly's mom now. Even though
Getting to know your father, uncle.
Well, he plays a different character, so yeah. Okay.
Well, technically, but you know.
Yeah.
I have a theory. Inbreeding. Coincidence? I think not.
Oh, no.
What the hell is wrong with you people?
By the way, Douglas Sloan is a producer heavy in the Power Rangers series. He specifically produced episodes of Mighty Morphin, Zeo, Turbo, and also Ninja Storm and Dino Thunder.
All right.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
which episode of Dino Thunder?
38 episodes of Dino Thunder.
Hey, let's go.
Oh, he did the bulk of it. Okay.
He did the whole series, I think.
Fucking respect.
That's that for his producing stuff. There's really nothing else that's too important unless you're a child. And his acting roles, specifically, he has 3 episodes in Mighty Morphin, specifically the 2-parter here and Foul Play in the Sky. He was an actor in 1 episode of VR Troopers.
Hey, that isn't funny! Wasn't supposed to be. Trooper.
Specifically, Defending Darkheart Part 3. Time for a game of disappearing brain cells.
Yes, because that's exactly where my brain cells are going when I watch fucking VR Troopers.
He played characters in 10 episodes of Zeo. Specifically, he played a reporter in episode 15 of Zeo.
And here at Angel Grove Pines, snowboarders from all over are practicing for the upcoming championship final.
And then he went on to play a character called Prince Gasket.
Ooh, okay. Oh, nice. So he was Prince Oh my god. Okay, all right. Okay, in Zeo, right? Wait. Yeah. Let's go. Let's fucking go.
And then his only other role in acting, in 1999, he played a ski patroller on the Disney TV movie Johnny Tsunami.
Yeah, I love Johnny Tsunami.
And that is Douglas Sloan's acting history in Power Rangers and beyond. I will let you go back to it, Malcolm. I'm sorry for taking so long.
No, it's all good. When it comes to the Zordon Secret Files, it can be very big and bloated, but that cake is worth it. We get a shot of all the parents here, but I have to point out that even Skull's parents look like him, and anyone who's seen this show and this episode specifically knows this when they show up, but when Bulk's parents show up, they're the fucking normal ones, which kills me every single time.
Yeah. Also, I'd like to say about Skull's parents, Skull's dad, looking like Ogre from Revenge of the Nerds, too.
Also, Skull's parents also do the laugh.
I think specifically his mom. I don't remember his dad doing it, but that means laughter's genetic.
Spike has the laugh, too. Also, I like to say Bulk's parents, like you said, like they're the normal ones there. Bulk's parents are both skinny and fat, like Bulk and Skull, which is kind of something like, Bulk, are you projecting something? Are you in love with Skull?
I had to put in my notes here because it fucking killed me when this happened. We get like a random extra just running off for some fucking exposition.
Oh, if you're looking for Kimberly, I just saw her outside.
Fucking walks in camera for like 5 seconds and then fucks off into the ether. And then we get a shot of Kimberly outside.
Sad.
Surprisingly forward message about divorced parents here.
My mom and dad have hardly seen each other since they got divorced.
Which is something, god
like
damn.
An actual, like, we went from, we fucking went from, you know, boring moral about fighting fair to actual divorce topic, actual, like, Arthur level, actual important topic to talk about with a kid.
And for the early 90s, that's impressive.
Especially for Power Ranger episode, because it's been all goofy and campy all this time. All of a sudden they hit you with divorce, like, god damn. And also when Kim says, like, I think this is all my fault.
Sometimes I just think this is all my fault.
What kids always think back then, like, anytime
that is definitely an early message to mention the kids in the 90s.
Yeah, but not just the 90s. Anytime a parent gets divorced, like, the kid automatically assumes it's their fault.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, nowadays you will see episodes talking about that because it's more common to see that. But I mean, for the 90s, like, I can't think of too many episodes. Like, yeah, probably like late 80s, early 90s, you had a lot of PSAs and stuff like that. But yeah, Boy Meets World. Oh, yeah, no, Boy Meets World did have. Well, that wasn't really divorced parents. That was like a mother straight up leaving.
Panga's like mother and father were planning on getting divorced, and she was broken the entire episode, blaming herself.
Your father and I argue a lot. There's nobody like you two. You two are so in love. People change.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, yeah, Topanga. Sorry, I'm thinking about Sean.
Yeah, Sean's mother just leaves, and so does his dad.
Sean needs a hug.
Yeah.
Sean does need a hug.
I do have early here as well. Jason's dad is my favorite.
Also, you did miss a small scene of exposition in Rita's floating space palace.
We come back to Pandora Castle. Scorpion is there.
And they talk about the monster of the week. Talk about the Dremel.
The most deadly monster of all. The Dremel monster. Who will fucking go to your house and fucking polish your precious stones.
He also goes underground like a rabbit.
Like a mole, you fool.
I'm talking about Bugs Bunny.
I knew I should have taken that left turn at Albuquerque.
No, but he digs underground like a mole.
Yeah, digs underground like a mole because he is a mole. Mole! Moly.
My brain.
Bro.
I have a brain aneurysm right now. I'm kidding.
Rita's plan is to kidnap the parents.
To get the fucking Rangers to give up their power coins so that way she can rule the world because her fucking main line of defense will be down.
So it's ransom then.
The Dremel monster shows up with the funny ass fucking camera shot underneath. And then we get the parents and everyone once again being zapped away by an editing filter.
Showing skeletons.
Oh, Christ. They're dead. And then we get Billy just, I don't know why, but Billy just walking up out of nowhere kind of made me laugh. Just like, hey, what is everybody? And then we get the return of, I'm just going to say this is Punk Billy because we get some gold lines out of Billy while he's evil here.
Why should I listen to you? You're nothing but an inflated windbag of a head.
Yeah, you forgot to mention how he became evil.
The Dremel monster, like, I can't remember. Didn't you, like, go under him and zapped him?
He farted on him.
He gasses him.
That's it. Thank you. After some bad lines of dialogue from Rita, we get Billy turning somewhat evil with fucking an obvious, I don't know if it's diegetic or not, the electricity over his head.
Like a halo.
Bring us the dragon dagger!
Yes, oh mistress.
Yeah, like, I don't know if, like, everyone in the show can see it and, like, only the audience can see it. But then, like, he teleports to the fucking command center, and then it's just like, it should be obvious fucking Alpha's like, oh, hey, look, he's being controlled. But then we just get Zordon being like,
Alpha, I detect something amiss here.
It's physically obvious that there's something wrong with him, Zord dumbass.
It has to be like only the audience can see it. It has to be.
Or it's something like WCW where, like, Eric Bischoff doesn't see Ultimate Warrior in the mirror, but everyone else does. Even the audience and the commentators and Hulk Hogan.
What the? What? Look at... He's in the wall!
Don't remind me of that, of probably the dumbest thing WCW ever did. And that's saying a lot.
My brain hurts just
Yeah.
thinking about it.
So, but yeah, I don't think anybody could see the halo around him.
We get a brief Tommy No moment out of Alpha, but with Billy here, which fucking made me chuckle.
Billy, no.
Don't know if he pushed something on the command center to get the Dragon Dagger to go up. I don't remember this. Just remember him holding his hands out to fucking have it zap in his hands.
It's the power of Billy.
He just instant transmissioned it into his hands.
Called for it, he got it. And Rita needs the Dragon Zord dagger to call upon the Dragon Zord again.
Because, you know, she didn't have control of it right now.
Right. Because if the green candle went down, she would have regained the power of the fucking Dragon
It's
Dagger.
all because Tommy transferred his powers to Jason. That's why Rita is cucked, basically.
So then the Rangers show up, or come back, I want to say. First, they come up to the juice bar and notice everyone's gone. And I have in my notes that we get a sad version of the Ranger theme. It's like... This was another thing that made me chuckle. I'm just imagining like notes with like a frowny face over it. So they beam up to the fucking command center and Zordon gives them the rundown.
Oh, while Alpha's hunched over and he looks like a boob.
No one notices that he's powered down until Zordon mentions it.
Deactivated Alpha and stole the Dragon Dagger.
He has a perception filter on. But then they get sucked up to the Babbity's castle.
Babbity's spaceship again.
They gotta come up with a different set by now. Like, this is past the halfway point of the show where they could have added more to a prop budget or a set budget.
You could have at least changed up how the walls look. Instead of them being spider nets, you could just change them up a little bit to be like fire or something.
But again, Saban is cheap.
So then we get another fight with the great-ass fight song here.
Also in this fight, sorry to cut you off, in this fight, I made a very important observation that I really haven't made up until now. Goldar has a tail.
Yeah, he's always had a tail.
I never noticed it until this episode.
Really?
You'd think it'd be out more often.
He has it tucked in. Anyway, the fight goes about as well as you'd expect.
Goldar gets the Dragon Dagger. He immediately snaps Billy out of it. I did have in my notes here that in this brief moment, I don't know why, in my back of my head, I knew it wasn't going to happen, but I really wanted Billy to do the fucking oh my god troll tooth thing because he looks like that fuck.
Oh my god!
He so does.
It's sad that he does, but he does. And then after the fight is over and Billy gets snapped out of it, Goldar exposes about how they can save their parents if they trade their power coins. And then he breaks out every D&D player's worst nightmare, a time limit. No! The hourglass. Yeah. I'm telling you, the amount of horror I have heard from a D&D party when the DM breaks out an hourglass, it's just... phenomenal. More phenomenal.
So after we get a Blue Ranger solo morph, we get the Rangers beaming out to fucking go fight Goldar. And we do get some splice footage here. We get the footage of the Sentai Rangers with US Goldar because he has his fucking purdy teeth out.
Power Rangers!
And he also plays it kind of weird because instead of pressing the 3 flute things, he just messes around like fucking claws at it.
That's why every time he plays it, it's at a different fucking pitch.
And for a brief moment, the Dragon Zord gets his fucking revenge, but is still pissed off. For fuck's sake, you guys call me like 3 times a goddamn day, and then you don't call me for like a whole fucking week. Like, what the hell? Be consistent, you stupid prepubescent asshole. I will say, this scene, we do get fucking something finally new footage out of the Zords.
We get the Zord sitting up.
Zord sitting up, but also solo Zords. New shots. Fucking excellent. I'm telling you, I wish they would have done this a bit sooner. Please, new footage. But we get a great shot of the Megazord being formed before the sit-up. Legit makes me laugh because I just want to see the fucking Megazord fight like that. Imagine if he got stuck.
I just want to see like the Megazord upright sitting up, but he's got wheels on the bottom of his legs, so he's just fucking riding through, just sitting upright.
And then we get another shot of the Megazord falling into the same goddamn building once again.
Goldar makes a giant hourglass appear in the sky.
Oh my god, I laughed so hard when this first came on. Oh my god. Goldar pulls out this cool looking green box, which I want to get on Etsy somewhere, forcing the Rangers to put their power coins into the box. So that way they could get their parents back. And Goldar, being the cuck he is like, no, thank you. And just beams off.
I'm the bad guy.
We did get some good acting by all five when they're like giving up their powers.
The girls cry. That's actual dedication.
One more and the Power Rangers will be history.
Pointed out specifically Trini's acting here, where it's like, I think is the most underdeveloped out of the main five, in my opinion, but she might be the best actor, at least out of this specific episode, in my opinion.
It's really weird because I feel like Trini has more episodes surrounding her than like Zach does.
Yeah.
She just doesn't have as much development as Zach. Like I don't get it.
So the Rangers recollect at the command center after Zordon beams them back, and they discuss about what to do. And the five Rangers say, well, we have no more power coins, so what can we do? And Jason says,
not all of them. We still have one.
Just put in the shot of fucking Jason David Frank.
Where's everybody?
Go Green Ranger! Just in my past.
So yeah, Jason David Frank like walks in, shows his face. And by God, watching this in 94, the first time around, I'm like watching this, I'm like, who the hell is coming into the youth center? Like, it was pretty obvious, but as a kid, you don't notice this shit. And like, finally, we get to, we see his face and you go like, oh my God, it's fucking Tommy. Next day in school, everybody's talking about, it's like, do you know, Tommy's back, holy shit. Everybody was losing their goddamn mind.
I do gotta say, Andres, you didn't notice his name in the fucking opening credits?
No, because we didn't pay attention to that shit back then. We get Tommy in with his long hair.
My thoughts, because this is my first time seeing this, I'm trying to figure out how to put it into words. I'm still feeling it.
You can finally eat.
I was gonna say that, so maybe don't take my jokes. I just put here in my notes, my balls. Jesus fucking Christ.
Damn.
Go Green Ranger. Then immediately after I put, wow, the starving kids are going to be happy now.
Yes.
Starving kids are eating good tonight.
And sleeping and going to school.
Exactly. And brushing their teeth. That's the end of the episode.
So part 2, we start with the intro. Jason David Frank is back in the intro, but he's just Jason Frank. Not Jason David Frank yet.
He didn't get the surgery to put in his fucking David yet.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, because they took out the David that was already in the intro.
We start out in the command center. They're looking at the coins. They're like, oh man, what do we do? They show the viewing globe where Zordon goes like, oh, your parents are safe in this little bobbity spaceship. They're all crumbled up together.
They're all just walking in circles.
You want to get your fan back? You got to do what I say.
Including Ernie, Mr. Kaplan, Miss Appleby,
yeah,
all
everybody,
the parents.
all the adults and the parents. And they go like, man, what do we do? Zordon goes like, there's only one way. We need Power Ranger Jesus. We need Tommy. So we cut to the youth center and Tommy's wondering, where is everybody? What's going on? He instantly gets teleported to the command center. And Rita is going, oh, shit. What is that guy doing there? And Goldar goes like, don't worry, madam. He is powerless.
Madam. Why would he say madam and not my queen?
I don't know.
Goldar's just reassuring her that he has no power. He's useless. What is he going to do? And Rita gets happy. He's like, yes. What is he going to do? He can't do anything. So we're going to continue with Dribble Monster. Meanwhile, at the command center. Tommy is teleported in. He's confused on why he's there. Jason goes up there and is like, hey, bitch, here's your power coin.
Hey, bitch. Tommy's like, I didn't want to be here with you anymore, Austin St. John.
Yeah. So Tommy's asking, like, how am I going to fight them if I have no powers left? Zordon goes like, I'm going to give half my power to you so you can have power for yourself. But your bitch ass is going to be weak the entire season. So we have to have a reason why you're not in all the fights.
We have to give you a fucking time limit.
So this is where it starts, where like Jason David Frank's character, when he's there, he has to be careful not to use all his powers because he can also kill Zordon if you use enough energy. Too much green energy can kill you.
Indeed.
We'll get to that reference in fucking season 3, Andres. Don't worry. So let's not explain what that is a reference to until later.
So we cut to Angel Grove downtown, and Megazord is just wrecking shit, and Goldar is laughing.
Victory shall be mine.
Meanwhile, at the command center again,
Not gonna do it. Wouldn't be prudent at this juncture.
Zordon is giving Tommy his energy, and then they're saying like, oh, will this work? It's gotta work. Fully back as a Green Ranger. Yeah, man. He's back. With the stupid foam shield.
I know, if it was plastic, it wouldn't fucking look this stupid. It's like made of fucking felt.
Well, it's great to see the Green Ranger back. It's always great to see him. Alpha says like, good luck there, Tommy. But remember, Zordon's energy is low. Remember that?
Don't fuck with him.
So it gets teleported to the somewhere up in California hills somewhere. Yeah, I don't know where this is, but it's a wonderful looking place because it's so beautiful. Goldar walks in and goes like, what? How the fuck? Impossible. Anyway, I'm still gonna beat your ass. So we get a bunch of talking between the two. He goes like, come and get it. But before that, here are some putties and Bob and Squad in the background for some reason.
Yeah, Bob is just there. And so is Squad.
So the putties start fighting, and we have to turn up the power song, which is pretty awesome. It's not the Go Green Ranger song yet.
Power song is definitely there.
Then Goldar starts doing some moves. Bob and Squad are still there, doing nothing, just being cheerleaders. Cut back to the command center. Alpha's being worried because like, oh my god, we gotta get the coin before Zordon gets lost. Forever. And Jason goes like, oh, you gotta recharge. You gotta charge him up some more. Fuck Zordon if he leaves. We need Tommy.
We need Tommy. We need Tommy. His milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than yours.
So Green Ranger gets instantly supercharged, and he starts whooping ass. It's like he never left.
And the Ouya's return.
Oh yeah, the infamous Ouya's. All of a sudden he's weak again because he's on his knees and Goldar's beating his ass now. That was a short charge. Goldar goes and punches Tommy. Tommy moves out the way and punches a big rock.
It was a big rock.
Tommy decides to go for the power box and it just zaps him, but he somehow gets the dragon dagger.
The power box and the dragon dagger are like electrically charged or something. Like it's a force field. He grabs the dragon dagger, so at least he has that.
So he finally has the dragon dagger again, and Bob and Squad goes like, oh no, this ain't good. And they disappear.
Remembered, I left the oven on.
Tommy plays the dragon dagger, and the Dragon Zord is like, what the fuck do you want? Oh my god, it's you. Oh my god, it's you. I've missed you. You gotta come down.
Thank
you gotta come
Christ, the one fucking person I can actually tolerate on this goddamn team.
You gotta come down below the water and play poker with me and Dave. It's a lot of fun.
And have you ever noticed that the fucking pterodactyl Zord's got a great ass?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Malcolm.
Got a great ass.
Malcolm, what the fuck?
What? You don't know what the... Well, hey, if Kimberly and Tommy can get together, then I'm shipping the pterodactyl Zord and the dragon.
Damn. Anyway,
now it's up to your imagination to how sex would work. There, I'm leaving you with that.
Oh god.
Do
I have to go to the skull corner now?
Yes.
Yes.
God damn it. Tommy has the dagger and now has full power of the Dragon Zord. Scorpina comes back, does something. She starts fighting. And this is where it happens. The debut of the Go Green Ranger Go theme song. It's not the full theme song, it's just an instrumental with a little bit of Go Green Ranger Go.
I mean, this already sounded really fucking good, so.
Yeah, it's so good. So,
yeah, I punched a wall out of excitement.
Go back to the corner.
Hell no, it's Go Green Ranger Go. You know why I did it.
Tommy goes like, it's good to see you back, old friend. And Dragon Zord just starts whooping Scorpina and Goldar's ass. Back at the Bandora Castle, Reader says we for some reason. We. Damn. Oh, that's so weird. We cut back to the command center. Zordon is half dying.
Alpha, bring Tommy back.
You're fading, Zordon.
He has to get the goddamn coins already. I can't do this shit. I'm dying here.
He needs to get them back, and like he keeps cutting out. Everyone's like, Zordon, what did you say? And you just hear from behind the veil, did you fucking stop? That was really good.
Yeah, so the Dragon Zord is still fighting Goldar and Scorpina, and then Scorpina and Goldar just vanish and decide to fuck off.
Coins are unguarded, we must go!
Dragon Zord goes like, huh? And just walks away. It's like, well, my job's done here.
I have to go now. My planet needs me.
We cut back to Tommy fighting. And he goes like, oh no, they're about to call me back. Zordon's dying. I must get this goddamn box already. So he slowly runs towards it. Does he get it? Yes, he does at the last second, because that's how it goes in these shows.
That's kids shows for you.
Honestly, I really liked how they did it here with like how close of a call it was. Because if he was even a second slower, he would have been screwed.
I put in my notes, that was too close. He teleports back to the command center.
Instantly dies on the floor.
Yeah, and he's getting zapped by the electric energy, and Malcolm made a very obvious note here that it's the same sound as the 60s Batman joy buzzer. I put that it sounds like the electrified steel cage from TNA.
Oh my god, okay, alright. So, Tommy D morphs, still dead on the floor. Alpha says like, oh, thank god, he's dead, but the readings are low.
His readings are very low.
So we might lose Zordon again, but also Tommy's dead.
Alpha looks down and he's like, oh no, he's taken 1.21 gigawatts.
The hell is a gigawatt?
Damn it. So they put Tommy aside of the command center. Him is all worried and goes like, how do we get back Tommy and Zordon? And Jason goes like, no, we could use all our 5-hour power coins to bring back Zordon.
If Zordon used his energy to infuse Tommy, meaning our power coins to infuse him.
So they all take out their coins and they each of them say their Zord names.
Triceratops,
Mastodon, Saber-tooth tiger, Pterodactyl, Tyrannosaurus.
The coins are giving back the power to Zordon. Zordon comes back, and I swear to God, it's the jingle from the 95 movie. It's here. It's a little bit of the jingle, but they used the full theme in the movie, which is kind of cool. Or maybe high. I don't know.
Oh wow, now we get to tell Andreas to lay off the weed.
Yeah.
Yay, finally.
Yay! Why'd you sound like Kermit there?
No, actually, if you want me to talk like Kermit, I can hold. I gotta pitch it down a little bit. Hello.
Cut back to Pandora Castle. The breeder's all pissed off. Oh god, how is Zordon back? You imbeciles, you idiot.
How dare you let them use the real superpower of teamwork?
So we cut back to the command center. No, stop it. Get some help.
I wasn't going to.
Yeah, me neither. That was all you, man. You're the loser here, not us.
You're the loser, I agree. But anyway.
Loser.
So Zordon says to destroy the monster,
your parents will be free.
The status quo again. That bullshit.
You make me eat fries angrily.
You make me sniff peanut butter angrily.
They morph without Tommy because Tommy's dead, and they go to the quarry, and Dremel Monster, the naked mole rat, shows up, instantly farts in their general direction. Red, yellow, blue, and black all turn evil and saying like, must kill the Pink Ranger.
Attack the Pink Ranger!
They grab the Pink Ranger, and then the Dremel starts saying that your father was a hamster and your mother smelt of elderberries.
Yeah. Meanwhile, at the command center, Alpha's looking at this saying, God damn it, we're fucked. What do we do now, Zordon? All of a sudden, Jason is actually fucking Jesus in this.
Hail, Messiah! I'm not the Messiah! I say you are, Lord, and I should know I followed a few!
So this is where we become the Jason David Frank show, because he's the #1 guy now.
So this is the turning point for him, Power Rangers becoming the Tommy Oliver show?
Well, he's literally Jesus in this. He's rising up. What do you think?
I'll take that as a yes.
So we cut back to the Rangers being evil, still going after Kim. Alpha is like scanning Tommy, saying, what the hell is going on here? Zordon goes like, oh, he's being charged because he got electrified from the box. And now, with my power and that power, he's getting supercharged. I don't know.
You're telling me Pinhead gave him those powers? The box. You opened it. And
we will tear your soul apart.
Tommy finally wakes up from him dying. Alpha goes like, welcome back to the land of the living.
Welcome to the world of tomorrow.
And Tommy goes like, what do I do, Zordon? I gotta help him out. Alpha goes like, here. Have this coin. Do your shit. Tommy morphs. It's about time. He comes back.
It's so good to see that back. Holy shit.
I'm morphing out of here.
Dragon Sword!
Tommy comes to the rescue. The Green Ranger shooting at the mole rats instantly makes the Rangers not evil anymore. All 6 Rangers are together again. It's great to see them all together. Reader goes like, oh crap. Make this monster grow. Tommy calls his Dragon Zord. And you have a different shot of the Dragon Zord riding Zine up, which is awesome.
Yeah, from the trees instead of the ocean.
It is the same episode, so once again, I'm imagining the fucking Dragon Zord as he's coming out of the water, just being like...
The other Rangers call their Zords, and we get more different Zord shots rising, like the T-Rex, the Pterodactyl, and that's about it. They make the Megazord again. Dremel farts into the air, makes it nighttime. The Megazords are confused a bit. Don't know why.
Gee, I don't know. Maybe it's because the Zords are solar powered.
Megazord and Dragon Zord are tag teaming the Dremel monster.
What did he say?
Hey, phrasing.
What? Tag teaming? Yes. Dremel monster kicks their ass. They're both down again. Tommy calls upon the Dragon Zord again. Dragon Zord gets up, starts whipping Dremel monster's ass. The usual, you know. They decide to make the Dragon Zord in fighting mode.
Wait, is it the Dragon Zord in fighting mode, or is it the Mega Dragon Zord?
Mega Dragon Zord power!
So an old friend arrives. He opens himself up, and we get the Mega Dragon Zord combination without them showing it, because you know you gotta cut that.
We also get new footage of Titanus showing up by driving through a rock wall.
Oh yeah, that too. I forgot about that.
Right. So it's almost like he actually becomes more useful for a split second.
Only a split second.
Dremel does a front flip for some reason before dying.
He does the Rikishi bump.
He cut back to Bandora Castle. Reader falls down on the ground, and for some reason there's this weird noise in the background.
Yeah, this weird whap noise that happens when she goes to the ground, and it's just like she falls down, and then I hear a whap, whap, whap.
Yeah,
it's her brain cells dying from fucking dealing with this bullshit for too long.
That's Goldar spanking Scorpina off screen.
God damn, all right.
I thought you were going to say squat spanking Babu off screen.
Stop! Get some help! Oh no! Oh god damn it!
But the difference is, unlike Goldar and Scorpina, they swap.
Damn it, Malcolm, take your meds. Take your fucking meds. Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's what's making me like this, is that I'm on my meds.
Jeez.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh my god.
Oh god, just cut this whole episode out.
The Morph-A-Mania podcast lost episode.
Yeah.
Goldar.
The episode where too many shit jokes were made.
Yes. Goldar goes like, I'm sorry, man. We'll get them next time. Next time.
Next time, Rita. Next time.
So we cut back to the command center, and Zordon goes like, your parents are back and they're free. They don't remember a damn thing. Yay.
Good.
But Alpha goes like,
As it is, they could fail, leaving you vulnerable.
Right, like a brief explanation of why Tommy's powers won't exactly be permanent, maybe. Said they'll try and figure it out, but just a heads up, it might not be. So it's almost like you're preparing the kids for disappointment, so that way they can eat in the future.
Yes. So we cut back to the youth center. Goody Goods are back with her parents, and Kim is with her mom and dad along with the boyfriend. He's going like, oh, I thought it was my fault. And the mom goes like, yeah, it's your fault. That's why we broke up. No, not really.
Because we're divorced doesn't mean we don't love you. We'll always be here for you.
So Tommy shows up. Kim tells her parents, hey, I need to meet someone. This is the guy that's been boning me all this time.
Why aren't Tommy's parents in this episode?
I don't think he has parents.
Tommy's an orphan.
No, he's the Jesus. He's the son of God.
Anyway, cut back to Bulk and Skull, and they're saying, damn, this party is boring. So boring. And Bulk says, like, I got a better idea to make this party better. Takes out a pie.
I thought you were going to say, take out some pot.
Shut up and let me finish this already. We're almost done. And he throws the pie on Jason's dad, starting Food Fight 2. And Jason's dad turns around.
The best shot in the whole episode.
This is like, I want this to be the thumbnail for the rest of time.
This is the official logo for the podcast.
This shot of Jason's dad is just, this is how we define ourselves.
Yes. And Mrs. Appleby goes like, stop it! Everybody stop! She gets pied. Mr. Kaplan comes along and says like, what is the meaning of this bullshit? And Mrs. Appleby goes like, well, if you can't beat him, join him, takes off the toupee and puts the pie on his face. Mr. Kaplan goes fucking insane. End of episode. Dun, 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 dun.
Dude, I can't believe the end of the Tommy return two-parter was just the alternate ending of Doctor Strangelove we should have gotten.
Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot because fun fact for those who don't know, the original ending for Doctor Strangelove was legit just going to be a pie fight and then nukes.
It would have been a more fun overall experience about a
But Stanley Kubrick decided that the ending was a little too silly, so instead he thought, hey, let's put Slim Pickens on a nuke.
So thoughts on these episodes? Final thoughts?
Oh, I fucking love these episodes. Or sorry, I love this two-parter because the Mantis one was good for like the bit at the end with like the cockroach cock foo. I might say it's my favorite two-parter of this fucking season, just because build up for fucking Tommy coming back at the end. That cliffhanger is one of my favorite kid show cliffhangers I've ever seen, and I mean that.
You know what this cliffhanger reminded me of? Another OSW thing. I apologize, but it's the alternate pitch to what should have happened at Mania 33. Have like the pre-show start with like the pre-show end with the entrances to the tag match, and then have the fucking hook to buy the pay-per-view, the Hardys coming out.
Bingo, right on the money there.
That would have been like the perfect cliffhanger for a pre-show, and that would be precisely what reminds me of this cliffhanger of Tommy. Like you see him and you're like, okay, I'm watching for the rest of 5 years.
Yeah, that makes sense, yeah.
Wrestling really needs to put like a to be continued title card whenever like a return or something happens, instead of just like the like credits at the end or whatever.
My final thoughts. Yeah, you know how in the last episode that we released, I said it's really hard to tell which one of these is my favorite? Yeah, this one's my favorite. This has been my favorite batch of episodes because unlike every other story-based section of episodes, this is like an actual plot-driven episode that I like. I'll preface this again. I don't hate Green Candle. I don't hate Green with Evil. I don't hate other plot-based episodes. I just think they're weaker than the filler in the early stages of season 1. However,
the filler's too fun in this show.
This is how you do plot-driven episodes in Power Rangers. This is absolutely phenomenal. And the cliffhanger, like I said, made me want to fucking gave me a prolapsed anus.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, all in all, this is a tour de force of children's television. 12 out of 10. Go watch it if you haven't already. And if you haven't already, then how the fuck have you found us?
Final thoughts. Plague of the Mantis. Plague of the Mantis. Really good filler episode, but really I didn't really care about that because I was waiting for the two-parter. Return of an Old Friend Part 1 and 2, the most important episode in this entire season for the Ju-Chu footage. Because, like, you know, Tommy comes back because he's like the main guy. He starts with the long hair. His hair gets longer later on, but it's the start of his long hair because this is his signature look.
At this point, like, I think my hair is probably as long as it was for like the original run of like Tommy's Go, and then now this is like full on, like, long as his hair will be for, I want to say, the remainder of his time in his first run of Power Rangers.
It's great to see the Green Ranger back, and now that we have Ju-Chu footage, we can finally see the Pink and Green Ranger have scenes together, which they did in one of these episodes, because you can clearly see the chemistry between the two. So those are my final thoughts. It's great to see Tommy back.
Oh, yeah. I'm so glad he's back.
So with that, we ended with that.
I want to take a moment to apologize just for this entire episode.
Yes. God damn it, Malcolm, take your meds.
I told you, this is what you get when I'm on my meds.
Okay. Get off your meds.
Okay. What the fuck? You won't like him when he's off his meds.
Don't make me horny. You wouldn't like me when I'm horny.
God damn it.
Okay, we're ending the fucking episode now. I swear to God.
End this goddamn episode already.
I am about done with your bullshit.
So say your goodbyes.
I am Dead Shroob, and dude, I'm running out of things to say. Like, I don't even know how to react to what I just heard. I fucking love being a part of this podcast.
I'm Humanoid, and fuck sakes, Malcolm, I love you like a brother, but for fuck's sakes.
And I am the DOIF, and may the power protect you.